What's going on, all you little oddballs? It's your boy Coreboy, back at it again today with a new video. And we got a lot to talk about. If you can't tell, we are back on some Fallout, per usual as of right now. We have other videos coming out this week, I promise. We have some new stuff coming out for COD. If I hear anything about Halo, we might talk about Halo. And we got Marathon in the foreseeable future. We got a lot of content coming out. All right, just bear with me for a minute. But today, because we finally get to talk about it, Fallout Season 2 just ended as of, well, yesterday or today, depending on when you watched it. And by God, what a phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal ending. Like, genuinely speaking, I personally don't watch a lot of shows or movies. I'm a gamer. Okay? Listen, that's what I do. It's what I've always done. It's just how I am. I'm just gonna be completely honest and out the gate with that because y'all may as well know that I don't watch a lot of shit. When the Fallout show first got announced, which I did a video on the first season when it came out, so if you want to go back and watch it, you can. It was a bit long ago, but you can definitely go watch it. That's for sure. But when the show first got announced, I was a little bit worried. We know the story of how video game adaptations usually go, but I will say this: there's one that isn't particularly great that I do love, which is the Resident Evil movies. Listen, are they great movies? No. Are they fun movies? Damn right they are. They are fun as can be. And anyway, besides that, when the show got announced, I was a little bit concerned, and they have absolutely blown me away with how good this show is. The second season is absolutely phenomenal. The story building they did on the characters, I think, was absolutely great. We got to see Lucy develop a lot as a character. Of course, we got to see a lot of development from Maximus and the Ghoul, and even Thaddeus, which I thought was a really cool, like to kind of have him be a more, I guess, like side main character. I really like the relationship between him and Maximus a lot, and I like how it was shown throughout this season and how they focused on, kind of making I guess the characters more like personable to a degree. What the fuck just what? What the fuck just bro, okay. You know what? I don't even know what just happened there while I was talking about that. But the dynamic between those characters, I think, has gotten significantly better in this season, and a lot of the story beat parts were pretty cool. Which I want to talk about the finale more than anything because I feel like the finale had a lot, and I mean a lot, to offer compared to last season. Because dude, it was absolutely insane. One thing I really like is, oh, it's a Gauss rifle. That's what I'm like. What the hell is one kill? Like, dude, oh my god, this is gonna be fucking annoying. Okay, well, that's fun. I'm still like trying to figure out some of the like, I guess, stats in this game. I don't know why. I've played this game for years and I still don't fully grasp the stats. Nor do I care to look up builds. Man, I'm just trying to figure out. I'm learning it myself at this point. And it's kind of it's been fun and annoying. But one thing we did get to see at the finale of the show is the return of the Enclave, which I thought was really cool because they kind of like hinted in 76. If you've done the original main quest line of the game, back when the game, first released and everything, you would know that it's kind of like hinted at that the Enclave can. Okay, you know what? I just gotta shoot you like one more time. I don't even care. This is gonna be a fun video, but it's kind of hinted at that the Enclave are never ending to a degree that like they have an automated system that can hire new recruits and they can become a part of the Enclave, and them showing just like kind of not only how evil the Enclave are, but also how evil Vault Tech is has been one of my favorite parts of this show, and one of my favorite parts about the current or the last season, season two, is that they've really developed on those things and really showing that like, hey, like Vault-Tec aren't the good guys, and you should probably be a little concerned about what they do, how they go about things, etc. And I love it. The atmosphere of the show, the vibe of the show, it just matches Fallout so well. And honestly, I think with them working with Bethesda and Todd Howard and all of them, I think just makes it even better because it shows that there's a lot of care put into this show in a way that I just haven't seen before with the show. Like the actors fit the character so well. The like set pieces are absolutely phenomenal and gorgeous. While things are different from the games, like the layout of New Vegas is a little bit different if you can't tell. Um, but they did it so well. And then they also like incorporated Freeside into it, which I loved to see, because Freeside is such an interesting area to me of New Vegas, of these, people who have come on hard times, rather it's from like gambling addiction or chem addiction. And just seeing that like all in line, I think is really, really cool. Of course, they showed like the Kings and what happened to them, because if you haven't watched the show and you don't know, I'm sorry to spoil it, but the strip was inevitably taken over by Death Claws, which kind of makes sense in a lot of ways. I mean, we kind of know from New Vegas that there was a massive death claw problem in the area. If you know about the quarry, then you know. But it's also like hinted out kind of throughout the rest of the game that there is this massive problem with these creatures and how not only strong they are, but the fact that they reproduce the way that they do, and like how fast they can reproduce, how like even strong and intelligent the babies, like the baby death claws are. And I think that was really cool to see, like a version of the strip that's not this beautiful, luxurious area like it is in the game New Vegas. It's very much like torn apart. It's very like run down because of this like Deathclaw overtake, and they've had to gate off completely the strip side of the things from free side so that the Deathclaws don't get out and kill everybody. Of course, we also seen the return of the Legion and the NCR, which is great. I'm so happy that we're going to see some more story beats on them. I would love to see it in a game, but we never really know. We don't even know what we're getting next with Fallout. At least yet we don't. We haven't heard anything about a new game or anything like that. But either way, seeing those factions back, which if you all do not know, I am a major fan of the New California Republic. To me, they are my personal favorite Fallout faction. Just their aesthetic, their style, I think how they operate is really cool, and I love how they operated, like putting them into like the main story. I think that's just really, really cool. Personally, how we see Moldaver in season 1, and then we find out that she's kind of the leader of the NCR now. To seeing how much they had been broken apart from the rest of the world due to the wars between the Legion, but also due to like things like the Brotherhood of Steel, for example, and Vault-Tec being involved in that as well. Overall, this season was just absolutely phenomenal. Genuinely, it's probably been my favorite show that I've watched in a very long time. Of course, I am a little bit biased in that, I guess, because I'm just a massive Fallout fan. So, take that with a grain of salt if you're not a Fallout fan. But I do feel like personally, because I have a lot of like friends at work, for example, that have never played the games, that truly like love the show. That are like, yeah, this show is fun because I don't necessarily have to play the games to understand what's going on. They tell the story really well about the things that happened pre-war, what's happened post-war, and things in between. And it's so well put together. And I can't give that enough props. And truly, every time I watch this damn show, I'm like, this is what video game adaptations should be. This is so well done. The pacing is great. The episodes are a great length. They're about an hour each episode, which is about 8 hours of runtime total, as the seasons are typically 8 episodes, which is great. And I like how they didn't just roll it out all in one. They gave it, they ran it by week for 8 weeks, and I love that. It gave me something to look forward to every week. I'm thinking with the next season, what I'm gonna do instead of doing just like one sit down and talk video about it, I want to do like a whole series of videos. Like every week, we cover the episode that came out, what happened in it, etc. So if y'all do want to see that for the next season, please let me know because I will gladly do it. Um, but overall, like this is it's great. Okay, that's all I gotta say. It's phenomenal, and I think more people should take a note of that. Especially you, Konami. I've seen how that Silent Hill movie's been received, and I've heard it's fucking terrible, which is really unfortunate as a Silent Hill fan, and especially with the original director for the first Silent Hill movie coming back, because the first one is really, really good. But yeah, I've heard that film is an absolute disaster of a watch, and it's really unfortunate. But I'm really happy that we have seen Bethesda really take care of Fallout and its name as an IP. I feel like yes, Bethesda has like definitely made mistakes with the series. There's certain things that people like and dislike about modern Fallout and stuff like that. Like for example, like the weapons recon and some of that stuff. But the fact that they've like really shown love for this show and like they're involved with it in many ways, and how much just they are focused on not only delivering a quality show, but a show that doesn't feel detached from the series, because we've seen that many, many times. For example, with Halo, the thing that I talk about all the time, Halo, my favorite IP. one of my favorite IPs at least, a series that I have made content on after so much of my life has revolved around Halo for the last couple of years, and seeing how that show was treated with not as much respect. It was kind of like, yeah, it's there, it's bad, it doesn't fit any of the game's lore. We're trying to do this like weird fucking alternate timeline bullshit that's just not good. We've seen it with fucking Silent Hill and the disastrous two movies that have came out. Not the first one. The first one is good. There are three movies total. Um, and like the disaster of that, we've seen it with the Resident Evil IP. Even though I love those movies, I know a lot of people don't like them. To me personally, those are movies that I can separate from the games because I think they are just like a genuine, really, really fun watch. And as a whole, I think they're fun. Like that's really my biggest thing with the Resident Evil movies. They're fun, but they're not that great. And we've seen, of course, like other IPs, well, Mortal Kombat, Mario. Even though I didn't watch the most recent Mario movies, but I have heard they're actually pretty good. I just don't really give a damn about Mario, if I'm going to be completely honest. But we've seen this error time and time again with video game adaptations, and there's one that's always been in the talks that I've always been really concerned about, and that being Gears of War. It's been a talk for God over 10 years now at this point, and I've always been like, if it was to happen, I want it to have the same treatment that Fallout has, where I can watch it and I fall in love with it because it feels like I'm not only watching this phenomenally put together show, but also that it fits in with the story of a game that I just love with all my fucking heart. Like that's all I would want for something like that. And really, this show hones it in so well. And I don't want to go into too many spoilers, because I definitely want people to watch it. If you haven't, if you were waiting to like binge it all in one sitting, go watch it. You were going to have the time of your life. They pay a lot of homage to Fallout New Vegas in this season, so if you are a big New Vegas fan, you were going to be very, very happy and pleased with what you get. And overall, it's just phenomenal. I love it, and I'm so happy that an IP that I love is actually getting the treatment it deserves when it comes to making a show about it. It's absolutely phenomenal. I'm really excited to see where the next season goes with the Ghoul, Lucy, Maximus, and the war between not only the Enclave and the Brotherhood, but also the Legion and the NCR, because I think that is going to be a major plot point of the next season. So, of course, they're going to spend more time in New Vegas. And then I'll leave like one little minor spoiler here, but the Ghoul's going to Colorado. Welcome back, Brotherhood of Steel. Other than that, though, I'm going to hop out of here for the day, guys. We should be live tonight, so stop by the stream. We might be playing some Fallout, might be playing something else. I'm not 100% sure yet. But other than that, I love you all, and I will catch you later.